$5,000. Cash payment to anyone who can prove that what lying son of a devil FARRAKHAN is preaching is consistent with the lessons, supreme wisdom, of Master Fard Muhammad Elijah Muhammad's representation of his teacher Master Fard's teachings.
Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. Again, the challenge is there. It's not their favor. And they've been attacking me lately, but they won't step up and take the challenge. It tells you everything you need to know. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. Bro, see, Daniel tells you the mouth will come to saints. It will come in 40 years. My FARRAKHAN, but like he said, well, man, look, yeah, he's got the followers, and that's good. He's attracting all the goats and chaff. Because it soon might be walk alone. See, the scripture's there. They don't pay attention to it. That's their problem. Their problem. We're going to talk about, first of all, the world's on edge right now. The world's on edge, except for Peter Levites. They're conscious. And NFL and NBA and that kind of stuff, and Jay-Z, all the hype. They're asleep. Someone asked me, well, how come your patches don't have a red in it? Because there's no light in their eye right now. No light there. They're in darkness. Okay. The light's coming on. It's going to come on very bright in a minute. It's going to be blinding light. Everybody's waiting. And they think maybe tonight will be, because you know when Mr. Bush was president and when he attacked Iraq, he did on the night, he gave us a State of Union message. Okay. And so while he was doing, they said, you know, hey, bombs are falling. Hold on, brothers and sisters. Getting ahead of myself. Hold on. Okay, let me let this play out, brothers and sisters. I got a little ahead of myself in our sequence here. But what you're going to hear right now. Well, let me hold on a second, brothers and sisters. Let me just straighten this out. Well, I don't know how that occurred. They shouldn't have did that. Okay. Like I said, brothers, they're in all my systems. Be surprised in my telephone. They're my computers and my TVs. They're all over the place. My wife can tell you every day. Every time I try to do something, I got to spend time. And everything. Anyway, that's okay. Those resistance, that means they're in trouble. They spend all the time concentrating on me. Let me go ahead and speak with this. Because this shouldn't have went forward like that. What I'm going to show you is that there's a presentation that's out there, a video that's out there. It brought down, I talked about yesterday, they took it down. They took it, and another one was running, an identical one. It got to like, I don't know, thousands of views again. Last time I looked was way up. I think when I mentioned it to everybody, it was like 800, 600 views or whatever. And then when I looked at it later on that day, hours later, it was gone again. It's not available. Identical one. The other one's not messing with. Identical one. Now I'm gonna show you the content that was on there. It's no. I'm not saying anything. All I'm doing is showing 3 clips of FARRAKHAN, 3 of his clips. And the fact is, it's one running right now. Identical one running right now. So it's not YouTube doing it. It's somebody complaining, see, because they don't like it. Because see, FARRAKHAN said one thing, but we got him a video saying just the opposite. So whatever reason, they don't like it. It's getting too many hits. I know when it must go over 1,000 because it seems like once it get over 1,000, that's when they hit it. At least this particular one. Like the other ones, a different title page. Let me show you what's on it. Okay. So you see what's going on because they're in trouble. But I expect this to happen. I expect to get worse than this. Because that shows me they get violent. See, when people start lying, that's one of the first things they do when they start losing control. So when you tell them the truth, you can tell the truth when you got control. And they're lying their ass off. And America's lying its ass off. And Trump is lying his ass off. Because when you lose control, that's just one of the first things you start doing, lying. See? Lying to yourself, lying to everybody else. Because you can't, the truth doesn't work for you anymore. Because you're out of season. See? You're out of season. Winter season's over. So spring season's coming in, and now you're like, oh no, it's okay. No, it's not okay. But you're lying. Because that's one of the first things happens, right, when you start losing control. And so, I mean, I've never seen as much, I mean, it's been all my life, and I'm 77 years old. But I ain't never seen as bad as it right now. America, and the whole world, especially America, and then it's so NOI, because they're desperate. No, people lying, that means they're losing control. When you got control, you don't need to lie. That's one thing you just start lying, lose control. You're trying to gain control. Otherwise, you're at war. Well, that's still the same thing, right? You're trying to get control. You're trying to win the battle. You don't want your enemy to know what's going on. He's lying their ass off. So let me go in and I'm going to do a little more of what I talked about yesterday about the nature of God. I got a few more clips here. But this is well, right now, this is the critical information you need to know right now. And it's killing FARRAKHAN. Killing him. Not killing him with his demons. It's not going to matter what. Someone told me, they sent a message. FARRAKHAN's right, man. How you phrase that? Oh, I said FARRAKHAN had you praying to a memory. He's not telling you to pray to a memory. That's exactly what he says. Pray remembrance. They just can't handle it. Like one person told me, I showed him a picture of him kissing this. Oh, that's Photoshop. They just can't handle it. The pride kicks in too, because, oh man, you mean I was giving my money and had my hair up his ass for 40 years? This is the original. And I didn't know it. I was eating shit and I thought it was honey. See, that's hard to swallow. They should have said, because man, because then I was stupid. You know what I say? You know what? Nobody wants to go out and say I was stupid. So some people are going to fight on that basis alone, because they just can't, they don't want the world to say how stupid they were. Ignorant they were. I mean, I was with this. I was feeding him and licking his ass and everything else, man, for 40 years, man. And I mean, he was no good. I think I couldn't see that. See, that's an emotional problem. People got emotional problems, intellectual problems, economic problems, all these different things. Because they're in the winter. They don't realize if they step into a spring, those things just disappear. They don't see that because they're holding on to this here because they don't know what's over there. You can't get out to the second floor, let's let go of the first floor. You can't be on both floors at the same time. But they're familiar with the first floor. And they're scared. Man, if I don't know what's up there, they're holding on to it. They cling to the earth. You know, I didn't have that problem. Once I saw I got injured, I saw there was another door open. Man, everything dissolved. I didn't care. I walked around. And I had a lot. According to, based on relative to what black folks have. Mini mansion, my own business. I was doing Elijah Muhammad's, you know, following his direction. You know, it's just facts. I still have my private business. I just don't operate on it right now. I'm full time with the Angel. I get requests all the time to come in and work on this project, work on that project, whatever. And that's what it is. And they don't understand. They can't let that go. Oh man, I got Section 8, man. I got up here, man. I got this. I got where were my children, all stuff. Yeah, you may lose your children. I lost mine. That's why Job was told to worry about. You're gonna have better children. He said his daughters, all his daughters and sons, his daughters were all blown away. Four winds blew. But God told us, says, hey, once you healed, you had the finest daughters on the planet. And he did. He said he had the finest. You had the finest daughters on the planet. I know that's hard to take. Because they still got you on an emotional level. And you think that's the level you're supposed to be on. Oh man, he's so mean, he's so rude. See, you think that's the level they got you operating on. If you still said injury, that's not operation, that's not the level God's operating on. If he did that, he would have drowned all those babies and everything during the Noah's flood. He drowned everybody that wasn't on that ark. So you think that's wrong. That's that Christianity. That's how they got you. That's one of the ways to get you on that emotional level. Let people meet, man, you're so cold. My children, you're so cold. You better read scripture again. They get to that emotional level. And then that's why you don't want to kill the devils. You don't want to get rid of them. Go, man, they're your enemy. You see how living on your enemy, you're so emotional. That's what it says when they ran Jacques people back in Europe. That's why they got white over there in Europe right now. That's why Arabs are right now. Because they hid little babies, the little devils. They feel sorry for them. See this mess, you can't hear this. Because you're still on an emotional level. A level of animals. And you got to move to the level of gods. Mathematics. There's no emotionalism in mathematics. Well, let me put it this way. In mathematics, most of it is controlled. Because we all have emotions. But you got discipline and control. Because our body, I mean, our nature, we're emotional by nature. I'm talking about, because we're beings. But the point is, can you discipline that emotion? Because you, as a child, it's all emotion. As you grow up and you start, that's part of the process of growing up, controlling those emotions. They tell people, man, you got to take babies by the heel and snatch their... I said, man, that's some people say, man, that Christianity, that God, he's mean, he's cold. That's one thing, I'm letting move on, bro. I'm not. That's one of the things they don't tell you directly. That's what they said about Christianity. They said some people walked away from it because it says, no, let me put it the other way. The so-called New Testament. That's why it says New Testament, God changed. Because the Old Testament God was mean. But God said, I never change. They said, so Jesus, he's kind. He loves it. That's not what he said. He said, come and kick ass. Anyway, that's the story. They said, well, we dropped the Old Testament. And Jews said, we hold on, so-called Jews said, we hold on to the Old Testament. That was part of the controversy between the two. The Old Testament God, he's kicking ass. He ain't put up no crap from anybody, killing, destroying people, drowning people, stopping Gomorrah. The new one, Jesus, he loved everybody. That's FARRAKHAN. That's not what it means. Because the Europeans, when they adopted that idea, it was in the dark age for 1,000 years. Catholicism, started by emotionalism. Do whatever you want, just call on Jesus. Just go and confess it. Oh, hey, priest, I went out there and I raped my daughter and I killed my wife and I plan on killing a few more people. And the priest said, you just confess that to Jesus, son. Confess to Jesus. 3 Hail Marys, put something in the basket. You're forgiven. That's what the Catholic Church is all about. Nowadays, you don't understand. Nowadays, they report back to the CIA, and some of them do. But you see the mafia movies. The guy, he goes out there, he's killed people, and then you go in and make sure you get there on Sunday or Friday, whatever, and say the priest, okay, 3 Hail Marys, whatever, boom, and he's absolved. That's the whole idea. Then Britain, but the first one to break away from that said, no, we're going Old Testament. See, they said, heck with that New Testament, we're going Old Testament. Called the Puritans. Remember, they left because of so-called freedom of religion. The Catholic Church was the most powerful church. The Pope was the most powerful. So they claim they're fleeing religious persecution. But they say, man, Britain said, hey, we're going. We're Protestant, protesting, that's where it comes from. They protest the Catholic Church. They went back old school, Old Testament. See? And Old Testament has discipline to it. There's no discipline in New Testament, Catholicism. They apply to the law of the Old Testament. See, these things come together, you put them together, right, brothers and sisters. They apply to the law, and all of a sudden they became rules of the planet. Adam and Eve. Or Adam, brother. I just say Adam. Well, Adam and Eve actually is Adam and Eve. Well, I don't want to get you confused, you brothers and sisters, but you got to true the whole planet. They went old school. Discipline, Old Testament. Our church was still dealing with the New Testament. Hold on, brother. Somebody think, hold on. I know this is going to happen. Hold on. Yeah. Backbone says that. They turned the water off in the area. They're off a couple hours. And I was out there trying to, I cook for myself and my wife, right? And she wasn't here. And then the morning out, I couldn't stop. Figured, so I started probably before it come back on. It off about 3 or 4 hours. Anyway. You understand? I don't want to go into detail, but I'll give you some ideas, some feel of what's going on. Anyway, this war. The whole world's on edge right now. So-called everybody, the demons and the devils, because we're doing this because they, One reason why, I mean, it's a positive thing, it's a negative thing. One of the reasons why Levites is not so, because they can handle pressure. Naturally, they don't have discipline yet. So therefore, it's not bothering them as much as bothering everybody else. See, if you put you put an egg under pressure and you put a pool ball under pressure, the egg's going to feel it. The pool ball just roll along doing anything. Like, well, is it stupid? They don't feel? No, because it's strong. They don't feel the pressure. It's an indication of how strong our people are, the leaders are. See? That's one of the reasons why, even though they're being drugged, they still don't feel the pressure as much. Even so, they don't feel the pressure as much. Therefore, they're not reacting. You understand? Action, reaction. So the stronger you are, the less. In other words, reaction is opposite reaction. But how much action can you take? So if you, like I said, if you blow on tall people, it's going to. If you blow on a pool ball, it's hardly going to move at all because it's stronger. More substance to it. You know what I'm saying? So the pressure comes on, you put whole eggs under pressure, and the pool balls under the same pressure, pool balls won't even notice it. Eggs crush. So that's one of the things Levites, one of the reasons why they're reacting, part of the reason they're reacting, right? They don't have to react because they're going to be under attack. They're under attack now, they just don't know it. That's it's a good thing. It's a good thing, it's a bad thing. I mean, it's a good thing because they ain't feeling the pressure, but there's pressure. See? The pressure won't kill them, but the quality of the pressure, I keep talking about pressure and quality of pressure. See? The pressure won't get them, right? Say they break your legs and carry on. They can't destroy you. They can cripple you. Let's get the quality of it. So now, put it like this here. Say somebody give you $1 million, right? So, but if your body can take, say if $1 million was damage done to your body, get in a wheelchair, you can't walk. See, that's the quality part. So, but you got $1 million, but you can't walk. See, that's what you got to worry about. Not the pressure itself, the quality of it. See, our people ain't worried about the pressure, but the quality is still there. See? So they can take and cripple you and everything. Okay, now you make it hereafter, and you got there and everything else, but you're crippled. I don't know if you understand it. I keep trying to get people understand how pressure and quality works. The advantage you have is quality. They have their pressure, their problem is quantity. They can't withstand the pressure no matter what. But you can withstand it. But the point is because you can let them manage, you let them manage it. They say, okay, I'm going to give you $1 million, but you're going to be in a wheelchair. They control it. You see, they control it. Control the quality. So you want to go to hereafter castrated? You want to go 1 hour blind? You want to get your back broken? Because you're holding this world's life here? I don't know if I explained that well enough. You're talking about the quality. That's your problem that you're facing, quality. How are you going to get out of here? You're going to get out of here. In what form you going to get out of here with? You're going to get here in one piece? But you can't take this with you. But if you hold on to it, right, then you get your arms broken. When you lose your arms, if you hold on so tight, for this most simplest way I can, you hold on so tight, right? But the force pulling you up, strong. But you're so tight, right, that you end up getting your arms pulled off. But you get up. But you're up and out of arms. Because you're holding on to this. So now, okay, you got it hereafter. But you're holding so tight that you got to do it out in the arms. Get your arms behind because you're holding the grip so tight that it pulls you, right? You just, boom. The only way it broke your grip is pull you so that you lose your arms. I don't know if that makes sense to you now, brothers and sisters. That's what you're up against, not the pressure. They cannot destroy you with the pressure. They cannot destroy you. One can destroy you with the pressure is the Lamb and the God. Because they're on the high waves of frequency you are. They can crush you. So don't get it twisted. They're the only ones that can crush you. No weapon formed by them can harm you, hurt you. Right? Only thing is they can take. Remember, if you're gonna have if your level is $1 million, you have $1 million ship on. I mean, I go back, I keep pointing out to you, brothers and sisters, what form you want in. If you let them manage it, they're gonna give you $1 million ship farm, so you're gonna be smelling shit for the rest of your life. How you get out of here is up to you. How you come through tribulation is up to you. You'll come through whole. You move on, brothers and sisters. Anyway, this is Urban on Edge. And once the bullets start flying again, your life will change. Even the devils see that. They even seen it. They say, when that happens, the economy is going to collapse. This is going to happen. That going to happen. It's going to be a food shortage, gas shortage. They say it themselves. Because the book scripture said even the rocks will cry out. Like I said, people are in a daze because everybody's feeling the pressure with them. But they can stand the pressure. That's fine. That's why you have your mind, because it tells you right in there. In Mark, it says nobody control the man. He was that powerful, nobody controlled him. He was doing it to himself. Because he didn't have his mind, and so have some control of his energy. Move on, brothers and sisters. Okay, what I'm going to show initially right here is what I'm going to show. I think three things I'm going to show you. That's all that's in this presentation. They keep canceling stuff that's already out there. So they're not doing it. It's not YouTube doing it because one is running right now. I'm sure the identical one is running right now. Is running all last night. Right now, let's see. I think last time I looked, I had like 500. That's what's bugging them. Bugging them. See. And I said, no, I guess we'll shut this down eventually too. Hold on. Okay, this is almost 500. Oh, they took this now too now. They got that one too now. Yep. They let it run. They let it run. Then once I stop it, then they... Yep. And I've started again, it's going to run. Yep. Yep, it's running now. Oh. Yep. This other one here. Oh, yeah, all of them is unavailable now. Oh, they're shutting everything down. Oh. Shutting them all down now? Yep, they're shutting everything down. So I guess they're going to shut this down too. Everything is shut down. So if you're listening, I'm sure it was on it. So why are they shutting it down? Nothing wrong with it. Unless they shut my whole channel down. If they shut my whole channel down. No? Okay, let me show you what's on it. This is what's on it. 3 things. It's him speaking. So they shut them down. And they're like, because they had 1,000 views, 2,000 views, stuff like that. One had 3,000. Let me see, that one's still there. It's probably going to. Going to? Thousand. So they got that one too. Well, I'm still at 4,000. I guess I get around to that one. That's the problem. See, brother, since they're nervous, it's okay. No, but I know I'm with resistance. That means I'm winning. All the they've been shutting. They don't let them run. They run. Then once I cancel them, they shut it down. They shut this down. Was running all last night. So I don't know how many views they had. I think last night was about 500. Let me just show what's on. And so it's not YouTube doing it. Let me check this one real quick. Oh, it's just because maybe I got just gonna shut this one down too. This one here. Okay. This one's running. The other one's running. It's one actually active right now. Nothing wrong with these videos. It's just something they don't like it. It's running. So what they're doing is every time it comes up, they're just complaining. Because it's running right now. When they cancel, it's running right. I put it up, it runs for hours. And once you get a certain level, somebody complains because YouTube's not shutting it down. They haven't shut the channel down, now shut this down. Right? Let me show you what's on it. Let's just look. This is the one right here. They shut it down. Every time I run, it's identical one. It runs for hours. And you keep shutting them down. Once I stop broadcasting, one to shut it right out. Firstly, they shut down. It was over thousands. I think it was like over 4,000. It may have been 5,000, 6,000 because this was actually doing the broadcast. And last time I looked at about 3,000 for it. I think it was 3 or 4, something like that there. And I looked again about 3 hours later, it was gone. So I don't know how many more, because it was a lot of comments like that. I know they didn't like that. I was getting more hits than they were on the so-called Saviours Day. And so YouTube is not doing this. Because they would just shut me down. They wouldn't let it run at all. Right? It's them going in and saying, hey, what they say, complain or what the word they use, right? Report. I'm not going to challenge all this stuff. Their time is up. We're in the war now, brothers and sisters. Maybe 10 years from now, maybe 10 months from now. And most people are thinking it's going to happen tonight when you have a so-called State of the Nation address. That's what Bush did. He said during the State of the Union address, the bombs are dropping on Iraq now. More brothers and sisters. Okay. This is, and all it is just 3 of FARRAKHAN's words. Nothing. That's all. I'm going to show you. Here's one of them.
When the Muslims were alive, I'll say it again. When the Muslims were alive, you dead as hell now on both sides.
Yes, sir, brother Minister. Yes, we are. Yes, sir. That's real, brother Minister. Both sides.
Wake us up, dear Apostle.
When we was alive, we set up schools.
That's right.
When we were alive, we had supermarkets.
That's right. That's right.
We owned buildings. That's right. We owned farmland.
That's right.
We were were busy doing something, hiring our people. Well, I'm telling the Muslims, damn it, if you don't come alive, you will die like you are. And I will say, thank you, Allah, because if they're not doing nothing on top of the earth, let the worms eat their ass.
That's one. That's one of them. So just like that. No comment, anything. That's one of them. These out there on YouTube. That's where I got them from. They're out there right now. Presentation, I did it. I've been presentation for months with that in it. No problem. See? So what's the next one?
So long till they don't know the birth record, so they just say from remotest antiquity, this is the house that God used to manifest his wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and power in and through. Where is he now? Wherever he want to be. I'm not going to say I know where he is, but I'm glad his power is everywhere. I think I know where he is. I don't want to say because I could be wrong, but he's wherever he wishes to be. Are we to pray and worship Master Farad Muhammad? You don't worship the flesh of any man, because the flesh is going to die. But in that flesh is a wisdom and a power superior to any human being on the earth. So when we look to Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, we look to him. And when he ain't no longer here, the power is going to be here. Honorable Elijah Muhammad said he would live a minimum of 400 years, but 400 years ain't no time. He'll be gone. But before he goes, the foundation of what he lays will never be erased from the planet. That's a God. He prays. He prays. He don't pray to himself. You don't say, surely I have turned myself to me. Who does he pray to? He prays in remembrance of him who originated that which he came in. He came in this body. You can't ignore him who originated this. Anyway, it's deep. Ruler. And whether you like it or not, the new ruler is black. He have hair like lamb's wool, and he has feet like burnished brass. And if y'all can't take a black leader, then you might as well get off the planet.
Sure, not Master Muhammad. Anyway, let's move on. That's two. Those two things right there. That's one. Let's see what's on there.
Ruler. And whether you like it or not, the new ruler is black. He have hair like lamb's wool, and he has feet like burnished brass. And if y'all can't take a black leader, then you might as well get off the planet.
Give the description of the Son of Man. They keep trying to ask Master Muhammad. He just told you. He's black. Hair, lamb's wool. Anyway, that's not nonsense goes on over there. Move on.
Beloved brothers and sisters, one of the greatest practices in all the religions is prayer. The form and style of prayer varies from faith to faith, but prayer is universal. There is no religious community that does not pray. No prophet of God that did not pray. Abraham prayed. Noah prayed. Moses prayed. David prayed. Joseph prayed. Jesus prayed. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, prayed. Master Fard Muhammad prays.
You have it, brothers and sisters. There you have it. That's all that's on there. Those three. What's on there? What's the problem? No curse words, nothing. There's those three on there, and I keep repeating over and over again. Anybody looked at it and know that's all that's on there. So why I keep canceling it? YouTube's not doing it because it plays for hours. Got 4 versions out there. One, the highest version, the one I just showed you. The one that first took down, probably about 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 views. I didn't like it. I got one right here I just showed you. It's got 4,000 views. Haven't got that one yet. That was a little earlier, so I guess they haven't got around to that one yet. But they keep taking it down. See, I got to get so many views. And that's all that's on there. That's it. Nothing else. Just keep repeating over and over again. What's community standard violation there? Nothing. Because YouTube's not doing it. Otherwise, it would just shut the whole channel down for me. Keep playing them. If somebody, see, that's they're attacking me, so that shows me that they're nervous. I'm kicking their ass. Just trying to shut down everything I do. And I'm just showing it. They should be happy. But I'm just showing people what FARRAKHAN's saying. I'm saying this is FARRAKHAN's words. Why? Because, see, remember FARRAKHAN, he loves everybody. Oh, I pray a lot. Where is your ass? Okay, now, I'm going to add this. I'm going to do another one. I'm going to add this to it. Right? To make it clear. So listen to this here. This is Elijah Muhammad. Right here. Listen to this one. I'm going to add this to it. I'm going to keep putting it out there. They keep canceling all they want to. They get tired. I don't care. I'm keep playing. Like I say, once you draw blood, you don't stop. You keep on, man. Right? So that bugs them, man. I'm shotgun, man. Put a bunch of them out there. Keep canceling them. Apparently, I guess you have to wait to get so many before you cancel. I don't know what they're doing. Like I said, I got one running right now. Go out there right now, one running. Identical one. Identical. Had no changes. It's running right now. That shows YouTube is not doing it. It's them complaining to YouTube. Okay, well, listen to this here.
The messenger confirmed this, quote, "The creator of this heaven and earth in which we live, he died. We don't meet with him. We have not met him. I want to teach you these things that you have misunderstood. There is no such thing as a human or any flesh or life. Whatever it may be, dies and comes back. It doesn't come back. The white man taught you this, but you never did know what he meant by this." End quote.
I think I'm missing one. Let's see here.
The messenger confirmed this, quote, "The creator of this heaven and earth in which we live, he died. We don't meet with him. We have not met him. I want to teach you these things that you have misunderstood. There is no such thing as a human or any flesh or life. What
Okay, it's there. What's going on? Okay, do it the other way. I'm going to do it the other way, brothers and sisters.
The coming of God. The coming of our Savior. Go ahead, your pastor. He's not a spook, brother. I want you to know that we are trying our best since we have met face to face with God to try to remove from you that old idea that God is some spirit that is formless. We want you to get out of that old slavery idea.
Elijah talking, brothers and sisters. FARRAKHAN said God can't be flesh. Elijah Muhammad said he is flesh. Okay? So this is really going to piss him off now. Because he's saying, oh, he claimed he represents Elijah Muhammad. Muhammad said, no, he ain't no spook. FARRAKHAN says, right, no, he can't be flesh. Then he says, right, the originator, long dead, Elijah Muhammad. The next one he says, no, he's dead. You don't call him the originator. He said the one that established this is dead. How you gonna pray to a dead person? That's the next one. Here it comes.
The coming of God.
The messenger confirmed this. Quote, the creator of this heaven and earth in which we live, he died. We don't meet with him. We have not met him. I want to teach you these things that you have misunderstood. There is no such thing as a human or any flesh or life. Whatever it may be, dies and comes back. It doesn't come back. The white man taught you this, but you never did know what he meant by this. End quote.
There it is. He said the originator is dead. That's what I've been telling you. 73 years dead. FARRAKHAN said, we got to worship him. Yeah, I know they ain't gonna like this. This is now, I told you, Elijah says totally the opposite. FARRAKHAN, his whole job is to take that light away from you, the light of Elijah, and put you back in the darkness. And he's been 40-some years, and the people with him, it's not demons. Yeah, he's been successful with that. Move on, brothers and sisters. Now, I'm gonna add this to that, the one they've been canceling. But I just showed you three. That's all that's in there, nothing else. If you take a look at it, nothing else. So why are they canceling it? It's very popular. Thousands of views. Thousands. They cancel it. Because it's hurting them. They think that's something. Watch what comes next. We're in the battlefield, brothers and sisters. I keep telling you, everybody's fucking around. The battle. I'm going to turn really bad for them in a minute.
The messenger confirmed this. Quote, the creator of this heaven and earth in which we live, he died. We don't meet with him. We have not met him. I want to teach you these things that you have misunderstood. There is no such thing as a human or any flesh or life. Whatever it may be, dies and comes back. It doesn't come back. The white man taught you this, but you never did know what he meant by this. End quote.
There you have it, brothers and sisters. I'm going to add that piece. That's all it's on it. What's the problem? Why they cancel it? Not YouTube's, there's nothing valid. Nothing the YouTube's doing. They don't like it. That means hurting them. So they're paying attention. I told you they're paying attention to this. They know about the $5,000. They're not aware of me. They're paying attention to it, and now it's hurting them. They went this far before it's hurting them. Why they take time to keep complaining about it? Because what's wrong with it? It's just FARRAKHAN's words. Not even attacking FARRAKHAN. Not even attacking him. Just saying this is just showing his words. The most grievous chastisement. It's about to explode. Everybody says it's going to happen within a couple of days now. It's going to happen tonight. Expect it to happen during this speech. What happens? I've already told you how it's going to turn out. Now, whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. FARRAKHAN, he told you about tekel. That's once he told you about tekel, euphardness, or however you say it. Now you know all about the Middle East now? You got your grip on it? He told you, man, tekel. Euphardness, hooray. So now you got the grip on it? You know what's going on now over there? What about Armageddon that post started 3 years ago? He claimed now, Armageddon's at the door. No. We got it on tape. You said it started. Where's Armageddon started? No, you see any Armageddon? Okay, now I'm going to go through this quickly, brothers and sisters, because like I said, I spent a lot of time so we're going to go to prove that God, the mathematics of it. Now, the clip I showed you, this person that presented that clip, he goes and tries to explain to you it's mathematics of God too. He's conjecturing, he's trying, he really don't have a grip on it. Okay, but let's go into it. Now, like I said, energy cannot be created or destroyed. Science knows this. It's just something that exists. Nobody created. Now, a lot of them say we're self-created. I understand where he's coming from, but he said the original man created something from nothing. If there's nothing, there got to be something to create something. So, I mean, that was his understanding. Remember, he's not a scientist. He's not a God. He said, Suma, he said, the son of man, or the wisest man ever lived, self-taught. So he revealed things since the foundation of the earth. See? So he told, he was the messenger. He wasn't a scientist. At any rate, they tried, he's the last one. That's not what Malachi says. Anyway, energy is motion. Every action has opposite, equal reaction. Motion. Motion comes in the form of waves, and frequencies, and amplitudes. So what you're looking at right there is the nature of energy. That's the vision. That's the basis of everything. Everything is made of energy. Energy has forms, primarily wavelength, frequency, and amplitude. Right? I'm just giving you in general. So everything is made of energy. There's nothing, no exception. Energy is everything. Just take different forms. Quantity and quality. Right? Like somebody says, well, what's outside the universe? So nothing. Well, nothing outside of it doesn't have outside it, does it? See, you don't want to get to that conversation, brothers and sisters, because it's beyond our comprehension. We can comprehend the universe, And that's it. I'm not, let me move on. I said I was getting to something, Matt. Let me move on. At any rate, so look and say that's this energy. Now, energy takes, and because the universe expands, contracts, expand. If you have something that's expand, that means you got to take a point and give it space. If you got a rubber band, right, make it longer with extra space. If you create, in other words, points don't have any space. But to expand something, that means points have turned to space. So now you got more space here before. You created space. If you expand something, right, you're creating space because you got this much space, 1 square inch, and you make it 2 square inches. Where do those square inches come from? Because you converted non-space into space, and non-space is a point. I don't want to get too detailed. Anyway, what happens is the universe expands and it creates protons, neutrons. Once it creates neutrons, then it still expand, then it causes neutrons, it energizes them, causing them to spin. That's a proton. See? This is nature, this is fundamental. So that's theoretical, they can't prove and never seen one. Anyway, we'll stick with neutrons and protons. Then, right, as time goes on, stars are formed, and what happens to stars? Fortunately, see, protons, neutrons, and protons, they will not. They have to be forced together. You have to. It's a powerful star. And our sun is a very weak star. You have to have stars that their stars millions of times larger than our sun. Those stars produce like uranium and stuff like plutonium, because they're massive atoms. That's simple atom. That's the helium atom right there. That's simple as atom. Okay. Hydrogen is the simplest atom, right? It's just a proton. Right? The helium is the second simplest, so you have to force together. Hydrogen had because it's only one atom. Put together. So take a powerful star to do that. If you want bigger, it has to, right? Okay. So remember this is still energy. There is still energy. It's just a different quality of energy. As a high wavelength, high frequency, there's still energy. Everything is energy. Understand that. So look in that form, because bring these things into existence, but it's still energy. They're forms of energy. Okay? It's the most fundamental. See what happens. I don't know why it's doing that. So, then if you take atoms and connect them together, you get a molecule. That's the next stage. Right? The next stage is you get more complicated. Right? First of all, you said the wave frequency. You get neutron. They're still. I'm sure I'm in this form, but they're still wavelength frequency. We look at them in this form as spheres. Right? It's like ocean, right? You get waves, so there's still energy. Matter is energy, just another form of energy. So you get molecules. And what happens to molecules? Remember, you're building up, you get more complicated, but you still use the basic. Because all these are still frequency wavelengths, but now you put this together, you get atom. You take atoms, hook them together, you get molecules. This there over here, but I'm okay. I'm not sure it's doing that, but I'm not going to change it right now. Come on. Then you get compounds. The molecules get compounds. More complicated structures. You understand? More complicated structures. And compounds, that's DNA is made of compounds. Compounds a certain way, you get DNA. You see, you get more complicated. And what happened to DNA? Oh, and chromosomes. You put the DNA together, you get chromosomes. Okay? That's the way it works. And chromosomes make us cells. This is made of chromosomes. Chromosomes made of DNA. DNA is made of molecules, compounds. You know what I'm saying? It's all in there. More complicated. See? Here's DNA, chromosome, and that makes a cell. Right? And then cells, the flesh made of cells. Get more complicated. See? That's the way it works, bro. It says, I'm not making this up. Get for yourself. And then that sperm. Sperm is a cell. A living cell. Egg is living material. The sperm is living cell because it's moving, it's active, it's conscious. Very low level, but it is because it finds that egg. Then if it finds the egg, gets in the egg, then what happens? Then you get more complicated. But it's flesh at this point. So you get all this stuff get that to build up to make flesh. Flesh. That flesh has molecules in it, has compounds, has atoms, all that stuff is in there. All rearranged to produce this. And then, so, if everything's energy, then where's God in that picture? He's somewhere between energy and man and humans. That's all there is. Somewhere in between this. So what are you going to say? He's at the lowest level of energy? Level. Highest level, he's flesh. I can't say God ain't flesh. See, that's the mathematics. So that's what you put mathematically. So he's got to be there somewhere. He's energy. He's got to be somewhere in that picture. And you see, it gets more complicated as you go. So he has to be either this or more complicated. So I'm going to draw that a little bit. I'm going to close, right? Why the Quran keep saying we? The God's one, but they keep saying we. Okay, it's a little complicated here, bro. So pay close attention. Now, remember we made of cells. Right? Cells are made of DNA, right? Got that right? It's a component. It's like, it takes bricks to build a house, right? It takes cells, and that builds us. We're built with cells. All the cells come together. Got heart cells, lung cells, with cells. We're a collection of cells. Now, what if all those cells are independent? It'd still be us. It's just that each one had legs, each one had a back. That's what the Quran says, we give you your backs. If they was independent, then they have a back. But because they could all connect, they don't have any backs, so all of them connect together. You understand, brothers and sisters? Do you understand that point? All of them connect together. All our cells and everything connect together. One being. You got your cells, I got my cells. Somehow I could take every one of my cells, I can make it independent. It'll still be my body. It just be my cells can walk around. But still be, they all work together. Maybe still contact with them and everything else. Right? So if what was the next level? If we remember, well, say was at the DNA level. Okay, we want to go to the next level. Okay, what's the next level? Oh, chromosomes. At that point, right, you got a separation of gender, male and female, X and Y. See? So at the next level, if you're chromosome, what's the next level go up? I mean, if you're DNA, next level up, chromosome. If you want to go to the next level, you go up to Go up to ourselves. Next level is a being like that. So is there another level? Yeah. All the DNA components, they come, remember Adam said to come together to form. See? So you got all these cells independent, but they working together. They force together, so they're working as one unit. Understand? So is there another, this is level we're on, is there another level? We the highest level? Well, what if we, like the atoms, come together? What if we specialize, like you got this type of atom and this type, like H2O, hydrogen, oxygen, you got two different types of atoms come together to make water. Hydrogen atom and oxygen atom. So say we all got different natures and everything else, right? Different perspectives. Say, for instance, all of us, the next being means all of us come together. The next level. The next level would be a being, wouldn't it? Like we are. I mean, the level below us is just cells. One sperm and everything. But now all come together, and now we one being. So, what if we like cells of a being? Like cells of a being. And that means you have another being, and we all parts of it. And some of us are brain cells, some of us are butt cells, some of us are leg cells, but we're part of that body. That's why I call it the body of Christ. That's why God says we, because all of us are God. That's why a lot of Muhammad says the same thing. The original nation is Allah. That's why it says we. You understand? Male and female. That's the next level. Only thing is, we sleep. Better wake up. That's what tuning in is. Because tuning in means, right now, you can say your cells tune in. How? Your brain communicates to all of them. Your brain communicates to all your cells, and cells communicate with each other. Heart and lung communicate with each other. You're all connected. Same wavelength, same frequency. All your body. One part of your body hurts, the rest of them knows about it. Same thing. That's Allah. Allah is the original nation. See? That's why I keep saying we're a body. The devil is not part of our body. They're cancer cells. One body. See? That's the next level. Once we tune in, that's to wake up. So you don't pray on that stuff because we all connected. So you don't have to go to school for anything because our heart didn't have to go to school to learn. Your heart did it. It gets everything it needs from the lungs. Whatever it needs, the lungs supplies it. You understand what I'm saying? It's be a whole new world once we wake up. They're trying to keep you asleep right now. FARRAKHAN, he's part. That's why the Bible says mankind is one body, one nation. Because they one body too. The devils, they one body. We don't want them to ever tune in. That discipline will come together. That's supposed to happen in a minute. Train, trigger of the eye, and then all of a sudden, what kind of, just imagine that. You know, our cells can do, one cell can do, but when they all work together, look what a being can do. Look, we can do much more than Adam can do. But we made little atoms. We can do more than that because we got all those things working together in us. Atoms, molecules, all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you understand, brothers and sisters. That's what it is. See? So no one can trick us, because if you can't sell, they come and try to put up on it. They won't be able to tune in. They tune in to their people. If you got cancer cell, it doesn't work with the rest of the cells. The tuning don't work like you think it works. You'd be part of the body, you'd be tuning into that body. Like if I move my foot, I don't move somebody else's foot. Their foot is locked into that person. So that's when we get home, right? You'll be able to, they won't be able to fool you because you'll be connected with everybody else, and they won't be. You see right away. You see they can't connect. They connect to something else. I don't know if you understand that. I wanted to go and explain a little more. That's why I say we. One God. We have one God, but that's why Christ says we give you backs. That's what it means. But we weren't part of the same body. And so through the mind, it's like the brain cell trying to get the rest of the body's comatose. He's trying to activate the whole body. I explained that several times in the past. That's what's going on here. You're going to wake up in a minute. When you wake up, once you get your mind back, you're not going to be like you are right now. You're going to be transformed in a twinkle of an eye. You won't be like you are right now. It's like if you walk around, you've been blind all your life. You can see, you're going to be different. You're going to be a different person, totally different. Totally different. Because you got a new spirit. Now you can see things that you couldn't see before. People told you about how you know. Colors, how can somebody tell you about colors when you can't see? You disagree. Yeah, well, that doesn't mean anything to you. You don't know what color is. Also now, so you have, for us, if you just look at what we got here, 17 million minds all connected together. What kind of brain would that be? What kind of brain is that? We're all working together, harsh. What kind of mind? You can't imagine it. That's what I said. You can't imagine how you're going to be if you're part of that. Okay, I'm going to leave it there on that. I'm going to point one more thing out, brothers and sisters. If you understand that, it's that proves that God's flesh. See what FARRAKHAN saying? Because he got to be somewhere in that, some between energy and flesh. Where is he in there? It's all energy basis, and flesh is the most complex part of it. So far we know it. I'm talking about what I was just talking about just now. Still flesh. So where is he in there? Where is he in there according to FARRAKHAN? He can't work because what is he then? No, there ain't no spook of spirit. So is there a spook of spirit anywhere? No. You got to be flesh. Flesh is the most advanced level. And the next level I talked about, this made up of flesh cells. All of us just consider each one of us a cell of Allah. Don't you know you're children of the Most High with cells of Allah? All of us together is Allah. But each one of us serves a function. Some of us brain cells, some of us foot cells, but they all work together. Let me show one more thing here about this. I don't know if that makes sense, but let me move on. We got Chief Hodge. Let me say one more thing here. I mentioned this yesterday. The universe contracts and expands. As it contracts, the pressure builds. So whereas if the heavens and earth was one, that means the universe, the energy out these, but here it means this place was hot as hell. It was under intense pressure. That means the atoms in the center was moving at tremendous speeds. That's what temperature is. So you're in high pressure and high temperature, because this was our planet, Earth was the center of the universe, which at that time the universe was just one big gigantic star, the biggest star ever, because everything come from it. That means the pressure, because the stars force atoms together and cause more complexity. Right? So remember, I said first you got proton and electron, proton and neutron together to form, then more complex, right? Uranium, aluminum, more complex, because it takes a bigger star to do that. The more complex combinations. See, the bigger star is more complex combinations. So then you have silver. First, just have helium or just hydrogen, and you get more complex oxygen, more complex atoms because it's pressure. Of course, it get more complicated, right? The bigger star is. So it takes a super big star that produces uranium, more complex. The point is, if the universe was like one, as the Quran says, That means the pressure was more than any star out there. That means it could produce every combination that every star there, no, it could produce every combination every star they can do. So I mean, if we are all the common, because remember this star was bigger than any other star out there. So all the stars, if star A can do produce A, star B can do AB, star C can do ABC, right? And star Z can do AB all the way to Z. That combination. And so we say, like our star, universe like the Z. So it can produce every combination from A to Z. That's why every in the unit, that's why the Earth is the center, because it has every possible atom there is in Earth. Because that's a star, because it had to be a star to produce all those combinations. So you have radium here, aluminum. No other planet has that. You go to Mars, you won't have all that. You don't have it because they were in the center. It was made later. They were made stars, but not like ours. If you understand. And so the most complex combination is us. We're the most complex combination. Plus the atoms move so fast. That's why Master Muhammad defined thought as speed. He said 24 beat miles per second means moving. It had to be extremely hot to move that fast, and extremely it had to be extremely fast, extremely hot to move that fast, high temperature. That means it had to be the center of the universe, make it on a cream of planet of God universe, so it'd be in the center. So, but the point is, if you understand how physics work, the universe will keep on tracking until the center, and the inner space and the outer space are equal in pressure. See, like here, inner energy, you got there's this inner and the outer. I don't know what I did, see? So here's the universe is contracted. Here's the center. So now it's red hot. The pressure has to be equal in both, because now first the pressure on the outside is greater and it keeps on the compression until the pressure inside gets strong enough to stop it. Otherwise, it's contracting to nothing. So that means the pressure inside is equal to the pressure outside. But the pressure is temperature, how fast the atoms are moving. So the atoms move faster on the inside than on the outside. So the inside moves 24 billion miles per second. But he says that's consciousness. Anything less than that is not consciousness. So the outside is not conscious, the inside is conscious. That's us. Make on a cream planet God universe. That means we're the center of Earth. Who's at there? That's why I say cream of Earth. Cream rises from the center to the top. That's why he says that. They don't understand what that means. Make on a cream of planet Earth. Why cream? Because cream rises from the bottom to the top. I mean, who's at the center of Earth, and the very center of this, and on that pressure was enough to form us into form those atoms, the most complex combination, which is us. Original being. Complex combination. Understand? Hold on, brothers. I got to check something real quick, then I'm going to close. So I'm doing a cooking, cut the water off, the water came back on, stuff in the oven, and I smelled something. I'm going to keep my wife, I'm going to rub everything. Hold on. Okay, brothers, I'm gonna close in a minute. And see, that's what it means. Make on the cream of planet Earth. The Bible says everything's always been here. Every element there is, it means it had been the center of the universe. That's so a mention was in the heaven and earth. Coming above a sudden means the universe is contracting now and be energized. While I was expanding, energy levels dropped. That means we become less and less powerful because you need energy for everything. Now energy is returning, and now we start being energized again. We're at the point right now we have enough energy to take control again. Not full control, because right, the Master Muhammad has enough energy to do that. But he'll be the next God. He'll be the God for 6,000 years. Transition God. Okay? But we all work together. And he's the God, period. It says melt, but then move on. Anyway, that's what we are. That's what's right now. So the pressure's building, but the devils, they can't take the pressure. So they run around moving fast because pressure makes you move fast. That's what they move so fast. So they can't just, bottom line, they cannot destroy you, but they can't cripple you. They can cripple you. They can't destroy you. They can cripple you. If you're original, they cannot destroy you. Only Lamb and the God can destroy you because they have greater pressure than you are. They can crush you. Other than that, devils cannot do it. They can't do it. They can make you do it to yourself. They can make you destroy yourself. They can't do it. As I said, Mark, nobody could control the man. He was beating himself up. That's your danger, quality. So you keep on this world's life. You don't understand. Let this go. Let one thing go, something else comes up. You go up the first floor, you on the second floor. They can't, they hold this, they can't, this can't, oh, man, if I lose this, I let all that go. I have more than most people listeners here. And just go here and something pop up. Then you start working, moving close to spring. Now I earned my ticket out of here. What can I tell you, brothers and sisters? That's what it is. That's mathematical proof. You understand the mathematics of it. That God is flesh. Not like Master Muhammad told Elijah, like FARRAKHAN denies, no, that's not it. Okay, if it's not FARRAKHAN, remember he says you got originator. Elijah Muhammad just said the originator is dead. He just said, you just listen to him, his originator is dead. So what's good praying to him? Well, and he said, God's flesh. FARRAKHAN said, no. So how in the world he's representing Elijah Muhammad when that's his core message? That's Elijah Muhammad has a core message. That separation. That shows he's not. But they're being crushed. And when you're crushed, you get frantic. You're trying to, take yourself. You lie and everything else because you're trying to hold on to power. You see, that's why Trump, he's going to take this, he's going to take this back, he's going to do all this. They're losing power. So you don't be afraid of that. It's fear number Allah. Don't go out there and trip yourself up. See? Because you're out there, you got knowledge, you don't use it. Holding on to this here, it was too late. I mean, actually, it ain't too late. The problem is, it's too late for you to get a ticket out of here. You got to go through tribulation. You got to, because if you listen to lies, you'd avoid all of that. I'm going to leave it there, brothers and sisters. I don't know if I made it clear to you or not. You understand? It can't destroy you. It may get you to destroy yourself or cripple you. You're $1 million, and now you got $1 million worth of injury. A leg or foot, but you got $1 million. It won't mean anything hereafter, but you lose a foot, you ain't gonna grow another one. The damage is done. It's just not a game, brothers and sisters. Let's see what else I got here. I'm gonna close. I don't know how much this I'm getting us. Okay, let's go ahead and play this. You've heard this before, brothers and sisters, but I'm going to play it anyway. A few seconds, I can't think.
I believe that America can be beautiful. How can America be made beautiful? Now, family, listen. My brother Imam Wadakuddin and I have had disagreement, but his followers and mine have never given each other as much as a bloody nose. Because in spite of our differences, there's a deep love in us. We don't like the things about our nation that is not good, but I don't want to live anywhere else. I want America to be made right. I don't want to see America go the way of Rome and Babylon and Sodom and Gomorrah. But why won't she go that way? If the men of religion and the women of religion keep silent.
So it said, our nation, toward America, so it's probably represent the nation of Islam. I'm going to show you, go to your chase here, brothers and sisters. That's his daddy. He's not, see Abraham, see the devil. See, that's dad. Don't like father like son. You don't see the resemblance there? That's his daddy. He's a demon. Son of perdition. He's totally against everything Elijah Muhammad taught. They use Elijah Muhammad as bait. That's his job. Keep you above the light of Elijah Muhammad. But he's not teaching Elijah Muhammad's teaching. That's why you don't come and collect the $5,000. Come on, brothers and sisters. And see how much he loves the devils. He loves him. He don't want to go anywhere. He wants to stay here. Remember, Abraham covenant says he's claimed he's supposed to represent the covenant. He said, we're supposed to leave here. He said, we ain't going nowhere. He likes it here. Move on.
When the Muslims were alive, I'll say it again. When the Muslims were alive, you dead as hell now on both sides.
Yes, sir, brother minister. Yes, we are. Yes, sir. That's real, brother minister. Both sides.
Wake us up, dear Apostle.
When we was alive, we set up schools.
That's right.
When we were alive, we had supermarkets.
That's right.
We owned buildings. We owned farmland. We were busy doing something, hiring our people. Well, I'm telling the Muslims, damn it, if you don't come alive, you will die like you are. And I will say, thank you, Allah, because if they're not doing nothing on top of the earth, let the worms eat their ass.
Let the worms eat their ass. He said you do anything bad to him. See, he loved the devils. He loved, much love for them, forgiveness, everything. 40 years of torment. Terror. Takes terror to maintain a system like that. Rape, murder, burning. But for you, apparently, you was doing something because you don't put no suits on his back. You don't put that steak on his plate. You don't put him in those mansions he live in, those fancy cars. You don't want doing that. So apparently, you're doing something. All right, when it was, he don't mention the fact that him and Wallace they destroyed the nation of Islam. I was there. They got rid of it. They took the money and ran. ripped this whole nation off, left us with nothing. And then we had those things, we had a leader. And we gave him money, he invested in us. We don't take the money, put it in his pocket. He hasn't used a damn thing in 40-some years. So I already said that over. You understand what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? That's why, see, they didn't like that part. That's one of the things they didn't like. Remember I told you I had 3 things, and that was one of them. So why they shut down? Huh? I got many videos out there over years that got those things in it. Never touched them. Those same things I did, they only put 3 videos put together. That's it. That's all I'm showing. I got a vision of almost all my presentations going back years. Same ones. I just took and put them together. And there were 3 and run it. And now they're shutting them down. Go check. Go last week. Go 2 weeks ago. And you see those 3 same videos in there. They're live, they're out there. They're still there, no problem. So why? So we just take all the rest of this 3 together with spot? Because it's burning the ass up. Kicking the ass. And YouTube's not doing it. Go YouTube, please. He don't torment us. Please take that down. TikTok, time's run out. As soon as the bullets start flying, whoa. Solomon says, your ass is his. Put that away. Says, your ass is his. And I already talked about this, brothers and sisters. This is what's at stake. I'm going to have to close. This every FY meeting, this Elijah Muhammad had this there. Oh. Okay. Maybe I'll do this tomorrow. Anyway, see here. This is the Quran. Keep up prayer from declining of the sun to dark of night, and the sound of the Quran at dawn. The sound of the Quran, keep that in mind. Surely the sound of the Quran at dawn is witness. And this is what they say about the Quran, sound of the Quran. And during part of the night, keep awake by it, beyond what is coming on thee, may Allah will raise you to a position of great glory. See, the recital, they don't talk about it, they from prayer, but they don't understand what prayer is. It's recital. That's what it raises to a position of great glory. The more you recite, when I tell you recital is prayer. That's what a real prayer is. Okay. Move on. Look out for yourself. Okay. Now here's Melchizedek. He said God is not a man, right? Okay. But this Melchizedek, king of Salem, means king of peace, priest of the Most High God who met Abraham. He's the one who met Abraham. He's the one that made the covenant. But that's another stuff. I don't want to get it deep here. But the Lord of Kings who blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a 10th part of all. I mean, Abraham looked at him as God, because Abraham didn't work by nobody but God. First being interpreted as king of righteousness, and after that also king of Salem. King of Salem, not prince of Salem, and which is king of peace. Right? Salem means peace, or shalom. Without father, listen, without father, without mother, without descent, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, means he's eternal. He's the God. He's the God. He says he had no birth record. Without descent, he had beginning of days, no end of life. He had no beginning and no end. I'll explain this more in detail another time, but watch this. Now consider how great this man was. This man was. Hebrews 7. He's a man. This is how great the Spirit was. Remember, he walked with Abraham, everything they say he's a man, FARRAKHAN. He's a man. He's a God. He's a man with no birth record. He's always been here. Always will be here. He's a man. And brother, I say that they are the sons of Levi who receive the office of the priesthood and the commandment. The Levites were priests also. That's another story. And then came him, disciple of John, saying, "Why do you why you and the Pharaohs fast off, but disciples fast not?" He said to them until him, I says, he didn't have his piece of fast and all that kind of stuff. See, you understand what this means. See? So I shouldn't really got into that. Right? Because then people say, well, I eat 1 meal a day. No, that's not what it means. So I'm leaving alone for now. But it actually references prayers here. That's the point. You got to put two together. Because he's not telling people to pray. He's telling them to recite. But I'm too complicated to try to explain it.
Do you then believe in?
Okay, I'm going to close here, bro. So I got to close. I close here, bro. Says, Assalamu alaikum.